Hi children, so far we have learned a few things in this chapter. Now let's see another question. We have seen how we can draw a series of right triangles as in the picture. Question number 1. What are the lengths of sides of the 10th triangle drawn like this? Second question. How much more is the perimeter of the 10th triangle than the perimeter of the 9th triangle? Third question. How do we write in algebra the difference in perimeter of the nth triangle and that of the triangle just before it? So, here you can see a picture of triangles, and in the first question we want to find the lengths of sides of the 10th triangle drawn like this. ഇവിടെ നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ത്രികോണങ്ങൾ വരച്ചു പോയാൽ നമുക്ക് പത്താമത്തെ ത്രികോണത്തിന്റെ വശങ്ങളുടെ നീളങ്ങൾ എത്രയാണ് എന്ന് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. You can see the same figure here. So if we take this triangle as the first one, so you can see the other two sides are of length 1 meter, 1 meter. So the hypotenuse is of length √2 meter. We use Pythagoras theorem to find the length of hypotenuse. So we can say in the first triangle the lengths of sides are 1, 1, √2. If we take this triangle, the second one, here the lengths of sides are 1 meter, √2 meter. So the hypotenuse is of length √3 meter. So we can say the lengths of sides of second triangle is equal to 1 √2 √3. Like that, if we take this triangle as third one and find the length of hypotenuse, we get it as √4. You know the value of √4 is 2. So we can say this length is 2 and these lengths of sides are 1 √3 2. That is lengths of sides of third triangle is equal to 1 √3 2. And consider this as fourth triangle. Doing the same way, we can say its hypotenuse is √5. So the lengths of sides of fourth triangle is equal to 1, 2, √5. Here you can see in the first triangle the lengths of sides are 1, 1, √2. In the second triangle it is 1, √2, √3. In the third one it is 1, √3, √4. That is, we can write √4 as 2. Here it is also in the fourth triangle 1, √4, √5. That is 1, 2, √5. So we can write the length of sides of fifth triangle is equal to, what is that? 1, √5, √6. So we can continue like this. We can write this length of sides of sixth one, seventh one, like that. Here we want to find the lengths of sides of 10th triangle. So I am directly writing the lengths of sides of 10th triangle. Can you say what is it? Yes, you are correct. It is 1, √10, √11. So we got the first answer of the first question, that is, it is 1, √10, √11. Now we are going to find the answer of second question. So we go back to the question. The second question is, how much more is the perimeter of the 10th triangle than the perimeter of the 9th triangle? That is, പത്താമത്തെ ത്രികോണത്തിന്റെ പെരിമീറ്റർ ഒൻപതാമത്തെ ത്രികോണത്തിന്റെ പെരിമീറ്ററിനേക്കാൾ എത്ര കൂടുതലാണ്? ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ചോദ്യം. So here we want to find the perimeter of the 10th triangle and the perimeter of the 9th triangle. For that, you know, the length of sides of 10th triangle is equal to 1 root 10 root 11. So here we want to find the perimeter of this 10th triangle. That is, what is the perimeter? It is the total sum of lengths of sides. So we can write the perimeter of 10th triangle is equal to 1 plus root 10 plus root 11. Like that, we write the lengths of sides of 9th triangle is equal to 1 root 9 root 10. Here you can write this directly, because you know if it is 10th one, it is 1 root 10 root 11. So if it is 9th triangle, we can write it as 1 root 9 root 10. Next we write the perimeter of 9th triangle. That is the sum of the lengths of sides, that is 1 plus root 9 plus root 10. So here we find the difference of these two perimeters. That is the difference between the perimeter of 10th triangle and 9th triangle. So here we write first the perimeter of the 10th triangle, that is 1 plus root 10 plus root 11 minus the perimeter of the 9th triangle, that is 1 plus root 9 plus root 10. So here after minus sign we put the bracket. So after simplification you can say this is equal to 1 plus root 10 plus root 11 minus into plus 1, that's equal to minus 1, minus plus root 9, that's equal to minus root 9, again minus plus root 10, that's equal to minus root 10. So here we can see plus 1 and minus 1 is here, so we can cancel that value, that is we cancel plus 1 and minus 1. Again you can see plus root 10 is here, minus root 10 is here. So we cancel plus root 1 and minus root 10. So the final answer is equal to root 11 minus root 9. That is the perimeter of 10th triangle is root 11 minus root 9 meter more than the perimeter of 9th triangle. So here we got the second answer also. Now we are going to find the answer of third question. And again you can say the third question is like this. How do we write in algebra the difference in perimeter of nth triangle and that of the triangle just before it? That is, we want to find the perimeter of nth triangle and the perimeter of the triangle just before it. That is the perimeter of the triangle just before the nth triangle. What is the perimeter? That is, what is that triangle? That is the n minus 1th triangle. We want to find the perimeter of nth triangle and n minus 1th triangle. First I write the lengths of sides of nth triangle. Here you can see if it is 10th triangle, the lengths of sides are 1 root 10 root 10 plus 1, that is root 11. Like that we can say here if it is nth triangle, that lengths of sides are 1 root 10 plus 1. So what is the perimeter of this nth triangle? The perimeter is the sum of the sides, that is 1 plus root 10 plus root 10 plus 1. Here we find the lengths of sides of n minus 1th triangle. If it is n, we write it as 1 root 10 plus 1. Then what is, if it is n minus 1? We replace n by n minus 1. That is, we give here root n minus 1. That is, in the place of n, we write n minus 1. So we get 1 root n minus 1. Again, here we write in the place of n, n minus 1. So we get here root n minus 1 plus 1. ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ n-ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് n minus 1 വെച്ച് റീപ്ലേസ് ചെയ്യും. അതായത് n ആണെങ്കിൽ ഇവിടെ n minus 1 വന്നു. ഇവിടെ സെയിം n-ന്റെ സ്ഥാനത്ത് എന്ത് കൊടുക്കും? n minus 1 കൊടുക്കും. ഈ പ്ലസ് 1 ആണ് ഇവിടെ എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നത്. After simplification, you can see it is 1 root n minus 1. Here it is root n minus 1 plus 1 is cancelled. So, what is the perimeter of n minus 1th triangle? That is the sum of the lengths of sides, that is 1 plus root n minus 1 plus root n. So, here we find the difference of these two perimeters. That is difference between the perimeter of nth and n minus 1th triangle. That's equal to, we write the perimeter of nth triangle here, 1 plus root n plus root n plus 1 minus the perimeter of n minus 1th triangle, that is 1 plus root n minus 1 plus root n. Here also you can see after negative sign, I put the bracket here. So after simplification, we can write it as 1 plus root n plus 1 minus plus 1 is minus 1, again minus plus root n minus 1 is minus root n minus 1, and minus plus root n is minus root n. Here we are doing the operation multiplication after removing the bracket. So here it is also plus 1 is here and minus 1 is here. So we can cancel plus 1 and minus 1. Again we can cancel root n and minus root n. So the final answer is root n plus 1 minus root n minus 1. So we get the answer. Here we can do it in another way. That is, we write directly the answer. You can see. That is, you know the difference of perimeters of 10th triangle and 9th triangle. That we have already done it. So we can write this here. That is, it is root 11 minus root 9. Here, if it is 10th triangle, we write it here root 10 plus 1, that is root 11, minus root 10 minus 1, that is root 9. Like that, what is the difference between the perimeter of nth and n minus triangle? If it is 10, we write like this. If it is n, what we write? We write it as root, yes, n plus 1 minus root n minus 1. That is the answer. So you can write directly the answer like this, but you should learn the first type also. That is the first method also. So we got the final answer, and let us see in another class. Till then, bye bye.